Hi.
Welcome to another video. Today I have my friend Gabby here and I will be attempting to do her makeup. I also have to do my own makeup, so this will be a very challenge. I'm gonna be completely honest, we've had a few drinks and a
Cheers to those that do the same.
We've had a few drinks and we also laid out by the pool for a few hours, so we're gonna do the best that we can.
But it's so normal.
As you saw, like the last video that I did was my sister chose my makeup. And that was a disaster. My sister chose my makeup and it was not very great, and we're gonna try to do the best that we can. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it and we're gonna do both our makeups and see what happens. So
here we go.
I think,
God help me.
I think
no one should see me without makeup, but
the darker shade is gonna be your shade. I already feel
I'm an N3.
Huh?
I'm an N3.
68.
Oh, this just looks like me probably.
You're probably this one. Alright, let me first see if this matches your neck. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good match.
I think I was fixing the wrong way, but
I'm making sure to use a beauty blender that's clean and doesn't have any other...
You must wash them.
I do. So I make sure to wash mine because I do use different... This one's from Ulta, I think. But this is a one that I have washed and don't have any foundation match to.
And it has to be a little wet just for that.
Yes. So we have her... Yeah, no, that matches really actually well. This is shade N 60N from Pretty Beauty on ColourPop. This is something newer that I got, and I'm pretty sure this is the darker shade that I got that I was not able to wear because it was too dark for me. I'm going to use shade...
You know when there's way too much line in your face?
40N.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Oh, I could do it to you.
Because I already know how pale I am. Because even though we were out in the sun all day, I did not get much color. We're going to want to keep it up just because contour and blush.
Oh. Because
if we're going to use the Nikita palette, it's going to be a...
Miss Drag?
Oh, yeah. So with the Pretty Beauty, it's supposed to be very natural. So as you can tell, Gabby looks very Gabby. And I look very pale. Alright, so Gabby really likes Nikita Dragon, so we're going to use a little bit of Nikita Dragon on her. But first...
It's chocolate.
So first, we're going to use a little bit of shade... I don't know, this is my shade Kimchi.
Yeah, we're going to use it all.
Multitask Superstar.
I just haven't used the new Nikita.
And this is going to be for...
That's too dark. We'll try
it's not. Oh, no, it's not. For under eye, that should be actually perfect. As you can see on her, the Kimchi wears out really well. It blurs all of her under eyes and highlights her nose very well. She also doesn't have dark under circles though. So I'm going to use the Pretty Fresh. I think this is going to be a little bit too dark for me, but this is in shade Light 60N. I'm going to do this a little bit under my eyes and everywhere else. It's not going to look as bright and sunny as Gabby's, but alright, now we're at this place. I believe in the Nikita Dragon Beauty, their transformation powder, right? So as you've seen on my channel, I've used it before. It has a very peachy and a very yellowy tone. And I like this because they brighten up the under eye in a way that normal setting powders don't. So if you feel like your contour or your blush is a little too dark, this will definitely brighten that up. And this will brighten it up in a way that you will very noticeably know. So if you want it brighter under your eye, I highly recommend especially the peach shade. But if you want to mix the two, I highly recommend that as well, because both of them will cancel out all of those like darker tones from your veins and from your
bags.
Yes, exactly, from your bags that your eyes normally have.
No, from most moms.
So I highly recommend that. not even necessarily as a necessity, but as a later fact, and you'll see that me pull this later as an everyday type of use. So I personally, my all-time favorite is a tie between a couple. I really like ColourPop regardless. I either like ColourPop's Catch My Vibe, Interstellar, or Coast to Coast. So those are my go-to vibes. So Coast to Coast is a little bit pinky, like purpley, but Interstellar and Catch My Vibe are a little bit pinkier. So I'm personally, actually, yeah, no, I'm gonna continue because I like blush more than I like contour nowadays. I actually had my sister's friend ask me if I had a bunch of blush on. I'm like, and but that, I mean, that was months ago, so I don't really give a care. And I am rosy to the gods and I look beautiful, so I really don't care.
The beauty of all drags.
Exactly. So for Gabby, she really wants a little bit more Nikita on her.
Oh.
Well, yes, Kiki. But let's make sure we get all that excess off. We're gonna use, I'm gonna hit into both of Nikita's, and I'm gonna go heavy, and then I'm gonna tap. Oh boy, that looks heavy. Actually, no, we need to contour first because that makes no sense for her. I'm cool with no contour.
I'm not. I think my nose smaller. That's not big, but
we want to go upwards because that makes the cheekbone look better. But
you should still put on my nose.
Oh, we will. We also want to make sure we cut out, so we're gonna do that afterwards. So cheekbones are looking contoured, the gods, except for
the snatch.
We want to, I think that'll be good because once we highlight. This is where this highlighting, like under eye palette comes in, because you take this blush, or this, you keep in the peach contour, or the peach
contour, highlight,
color. We'll just call it color. We want to do that right under because that'll carve out the cheekbone more.
Which makes your face look thinner.
Yes. It makes everything look a little bit more defined.
When they're doing that, you gotta go.
So even if you've already applied the contour, if you go ahead and apply that shade underneath, it goes ahead and erases whatever you don't want.
And it makes it snatched.
Yes. Want to see the other side? Yeah. Perfect. Alright. Now that we now have that contour snatched on her face, then we'll go ahead and add that blush.
It's a new word.
Now let's add a little bit of blush. And she's not as much of an e-girl, so we're going to add just a subtle amount. Which if you add both the shades, T-girl and BB girl, it's a good contour blushy mix. Because it kind of rosies up your cheeks without doing too much. And then just teeny bit on the,
just right here,
the nose. Yeah, I think that looks good. I should probably add a little bit of contour myself.
You do highlight.
Oh, absolutely.
So the highlight's also good if you don't wear makeup. Like if, you know, you don't feel like putting on an entire face. I like to just put on mascara with nothing and then just a highlight. So you put it right here where your cheekbones protrude, and then the tip of your nose and the tip of your lip. And the tip of your lip makes you look like a little bigger. But
if you want the best highlighter in the game, and I mean in the game, it is the Bretman Rock Wet and Wild.
I would put Mercy in there. But
Wet and Wild highlighter. Wait till you see this though. This highlighter.
Mercy is nice, but I've never had anything else. So
when you apply this to your cheeks,
but you only do like.
Look at that though. grab a mirror from in there because like
stars. And then we do it one more time on the brush. For the people that don't have lips, like I don't have lips, that my top lip is like not there. So without getting injected, this is how I always do it. You go just with the tip right here, your little heart shape where the line is, and then you can, if it's too much, but at least it looks a little bigger. But I'm a gangster, let me tell you. Maybe on top of your eyebrows to make it look like they're lifted without lifting. Yeah, but you want to make it look like your face is pulled, so it looks like your face is pulled up a little.
Go ahead and grab me the palette you want to use for eyeshadow. We're going to use the Bare Necessities ColourPop palette. This palette is perfect because it has so many good neutrals in it. It has so many good shimmers in it. It has so many good everything in it. So first we're going to use...
It can be dull or it can be exciting.
Yeah, exactly. It can be very neutral but also like going out.
Going out, exciting.
So this is our color palette here. Up at the top here we have a very neutral look. It is called Full Exposure. I'm going to put it on my eyelids because I'm going to use the same thing, and I'm going to put it on Gabby's eyelids because again it is very, it cancels all of your dark circles out, it cancels all of the veins, all of everything out. And then we're going to dip into, we're going to use Complicated, which is a very neutral tanny shade here, and I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to deepen the eye crease just ever so slightly. And this will go ahead and give her some dimension. And I'm probably going to do the same thing on my eyelid. And we'll do it to both eyes. And both of them have a little bit more dimension there. And I'm going to do the same thing to my eyelids, just to give myself a little bit of dimension. Next, I think for Gabby, I really want to put the talk on her eyelid. Because
you can either do very simple, make it look like I'm not wearing anything, or you can make it very dramatic.
I think I want a lot of shimmer.
I have blue eyes, so the more dramatic, the bluer they look.
But when it comes to eyeshadow, it makes it more intense so that it pops more. Oh, okay. Yes. That's exactly what I want.
Yes, baby.
So as you can see, this is covering her whole entire eyelid. Is exactly what I want. But the small bit of in her crease made it a little bit more dimension, but this gave her a little bit more. And then on the outer edge, we will deepen that crease just ever so slightly. And I mean ever so slightly. Yes. So now that I have a clean brush, we are going to blend those all together. And then with a face brush, to make sure that we have no glitter underneath that doesn't belong there, we're going to use a face brush.
No excessness.
Exactly.
I think I need a lip.
Oh, we're not done.
Oh.
This is from ColourPop, and it's such a nice...
This is like your base when it has no glitter, and then you... Holy, my face looks great. Sorry. That's for just mascara.
I'm gonna have you apply some mascara here.
Oh. This is gangster. Can we do my eyebrows? Okay. I might want to snatch my nose a little. This is awesome. Whatever mascara this is. Do you have another one that's different than that one? You gotta get the volume and the length.
So this is shade 142J from ColourPop. It's so glossy and it smells like vanilla. It feels really nice. I'm very satisfied with this look. It looks very kind of like natural-esque without feeling too natural, and I'm super into it. So that's kind of how I'm at with my look.
I've never used lip anything ever in my life. It's always good to use at least two different types of mascara. And most of the time, one's for length, one's for volume, one's for whatever.
I'm curious.
Well, you can play them. There's one way to find out.
Kind of like the gold on you with the sparkle. If not, we can do a nude. But
I think we need a pink.
How pink?
Just to mix the gold. Just a little like dabs. Yeah. Damn. Just a little color pop.
So I would say that this is our makeup look. We used a few oldies, a few newies.
Oh, wait, about our eyebrow.
Oh, yeah. What do you want?
Thanks to COVID, these things have mind of their own. So, I'm going to pretend like I know what to do with this. This is called COVID brows. You know, it works best when somebody texts and then really, you can dial it in.
This is our completed look. As you can see, we used a lot of drugstore and affordable makeup, and we still made a very natural-esque look, also very doable to go out in. So if you have not already, hit the bell down below, subscribe if you have not. All my socials are linked down below, and I will have Gabby's socials linked down below. That's all I got for this time, guys.